Welcome to Chapter 8, The Leader's Compass, Leading by Example to Inspire and Hold Accountable. Throughout this journey, we've talked extensively about systems, strategies, and structures for activating your board. We've explored audits, strategic planning, delegation, empowerment, and even the tough but necessary conversations around accountability. But there's one element, one fundamental truth that underpins all of it, and it's this. The tone for your board's engagement, productivity, and passion is overwhelmingly set by you, the leader. Whether you're the founder, the executive director, CEO, or the board chair, your behavior, your priorities, your energy, they are the compass that guides your entire board. You can have the best laid plans, the most perfectly crafted charters, but if your leadership doesn't embody the very principles you're asking of others, even the most promising board can falter. This chapter isn't about adding more tasks to your already full plate. It's about recognizing the profound impact of how you lead and how that shapes the very culture of your boardroom. The tone starts at the top. You are the chief engagement officer. Think about it. Have you ever been part of a team where the leader was dispassionate, unprepared, or communicated poorly? How did that make you feel? Likely uninspired, maybe a bit frustrated, and probably less inclined to give your best. Now, flip that. Remember a leader who was genuinely enthusiastic, always on top of their game, and made you feel truly heard and valued? That's infectious, isn't it? Your board members are looking to you. They're watching your cues, consciously or unconsciously. Your actions speak far louder than any policy manual or impassioned speech. If you want an engaged board, you must be the model of engagement. If you want a strategic board, you must lead strategically. If you want a board that's accountable, you must embody accountability. It's that simple and that profound. So, how do you consciously lead by example to create that powerhouse board? Let's break it down. How to lead by example. The pillars of inspirational leadership. Demonstrate unwavering passion and commitment. Your why is contagious. Your authentic enthusiasm for the mission is your most powerful tool. When board members see your genuine belief, your tireless dedication, and the joy you find in the work, even amidst challenges, it's incredibly motivating. How it looks. Share your mission moments regularly. Speak from the heart about the impact you're making. Let your passion infuse your communications, your presentations, and your interactions. Don't be afraid to show your vulnerability and your deep care for the cause. When they see you live and breathe the mission, it inspires them to do the same. Be impeccably prepared and fiercely strategic. Model excellence. If you want your board members to come to meetings prepared, having read the materials and ready to engage in thoughtful discussion, you must lead the way. How it looks. Always be thoroughly prepared for every board and committee meeting. Ensure agendas are strategic, not just operational. Frame discussions around your strategic priorities. Show that you've done your homework and you're ready to guide them through high-level thinking, not just get bogged down in the weeds. When they see you operating at this level, it elevates the entire board's game. Practice radical transparency and open communication. Build unshakable trust. Trust is the bedrock of any strong relationship, and that includes the relationship between leadership and the board. How it looks. Share information openly and honestly, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Don't sugarcoat challenges. Provide timely updates between meetings. Create channels for board members to ask questions and get clear answers. When you're transparent, even about difficulties, you build credibility and empower your board to be true partners in problem solving. Value. Every voice and foster inclusive decision-making. Everyone matters. An engaged board is one where every member feels their perspective is heard, respected, and considered, even if it's a dissenting one. How it looks. Actively solicit input from all board members, especially those who might be quieter. Use facilitation techniques that encourage diverse participation. When disagreements arise, guide the discussion respectfully, focusing on ideas, not personalities. Thank members for sharing differing viewpoints, emphasizing that robust discussion leads to better decisions. When people feel truly heard, they feel valued. And when they feel valued, they engage. Champion accountability. Starting with yourself, walk the talk. This is huge. If you want your board members to be accountable for their commitments, you must be the first to demonstrate what that looks like. How it looks. Follow through on your own promises and action items. Consistently. Be open to feedback yourself. Actively solicit input on your own performance and leadership from the board. Admit mistakes. When things don't go as planned, own it, learn from it, and share those learnings. This creates a culture where it's safe for others to do the same. Uphold the processes. Consistently refer to and use the accountability structures you've put in place, like the dashboard we discussed. Invest time in building real relationships. People first. Your board members are more than just names on a roster or skill sets on a matrix. They are individuals with their own lives, motivations, and aspirations. How it looks. Take the time to get to know them beyond the boardroom. Understand what drew them to your mission. Ask about their work, their families, if appropriate, their interests. Acknowledge their personal milestones. A simple, "How are you doing?" that's genuine can go a long way. When board members feel a personal connection and know you care about them as people, their loyalty and commitment deepen significantly. The credibility to hold others accountable, earning the right. Here's the beautiful payoff for leading by example. When you consistently model these behaviors, passion, preparation, transparency, inclusivity, self-accountability, and genuine care, you earn immense credibility. And with that credibility comes the moral authority to hold others accountable. Think about it. It's much easier and more natural to ask a board member to step up their game in fundraising if they see you actively and enthusiastically participating yourself. It's more effective to ask for better meeting preparation if you are always impeccably prepared. When you ask for accountability from a place of demonstrated personal commitment and integrity, it's received not as criticism, but as a shared standard of excellence you are all striving for together. Your example becomes the unspoken expectation, the cultural norm. It shifts the dynamic from leadership telling us what to do to we are all in this together, striving for the same high standards inspired by our leaders. Your actionable takeaway, the leader's self-reflection checklist. This journey of activating your board begins and ends with your leadership. To help you continuously refine your approach, here's a self-reflection checklist. Take some time with this regularly, perhaps quarterly. Be honest with yourself. This isn't for anyone else. It's for your growth as a leader dedicated to building an extraordinary board. Am I modeling the board behavior I expect? A leader's checklist. Passion and commitment. Do I regularly and authentically communicate my passion for our mission to the board? Does my energy and dedication inspire enthusiasm in others? Preparation and strategic focus. Am I consistently well prepared for every board and committee meeting? Do I ensure meeting agendas are strategic and discussions are focused on high-level priorities? Transparency and open communication. Do I share information, both good and bad, openly and honestly with the board in a timely manner? Do I actively encourage and respond to questions and feedback from board members? Valuing every voice. Do I consciously create opportunities for all board members to speak and contribute their perspectives? Do I handle disagreements respectfully and ensure all viewpoints are considered before decisions are made? Personal accountability. Do I consistently follow through on my own commitments and action items? Am I open to receiving constructive feedback on my leadership and performance? Do I model a willingness to learn and adapt? Investing in relationships. Do I make an effort to connect with board members as individuals and understand their motivations? Do I regularly express genuine appreciation for their time and contributions? Championing board processes. Do I actively use and refer to our strategic plan, committee charters, and accountability tools? Do I support and empower the board development committee in its work? Use this checklist not as a scorecard, but as a guide for continuous self-improvement. The more yes answers you can genuinely give, the more powerful your example will be, and the more engaged and effective your board will become. Leading by example isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional, authentic, and consistently striving to embody the qualities you wish to see in your board. Your leadership is the true north of your board's compass, guiding them towards greater engagement, deeper commitment, and ultimately more profound mission impact. You've now explored the critical systems for reigniting and sustaining your board. But there's one area that often causes the most anxiety and holds the greatest untapped potential: fundraising. In our next chapter, we'll tackle exactly how to transform your board members into confident and effective fundraising champions,